Yeah. So again, those folks with no awareness, what are we number one concerned with?
Safety.
Yeah, you bet. Good example. Very good example. Okay, so let's step back and kind of regroup on what we've just talked about. We've understood different ways that people respond to this when this disease starts affecting their daily lives. What is the number one thing we want to do when we go in to assist any one of them? Any one of these 10 that we pulled out, what's the first thing we need to do?
Introduce yourself.
Okay, why? What is that doing?
So they'll know who you are.
Okay, and because why?
You're invading their space.
Right. And so we want to make a
Connection.
want to make that connection before we do anything. And we want to make connection in a certain way. And we're going to talk about that right now. I need to pull up another piece of our slideshow here. Let me get back to that. Five senses. Human beings take in, for you all who don't know, this is Dr. Kimberly Keephover with Fox Therapy, and we're so glad to see you. It's been a long time.
It has been.
Five senses, the way humans take in data. What you see, what you hear, what you feel and touch, what you smell, and what you taste. And again, we're going to use our hand to help us remember this, because this is the order that we want to make connection. Number one, our thumb, what we see. This is the first thing we do when we are making a connection, our first sense. If you hear something crash in the hall, what do?
You run.
You run, thank you. But you look towards if you smell smoke, what do?
You go.
You look for the source. That's the first thing you're going to do. So, number one is our sense of sight. Thank you. What we say, what we hear. Next, our number two sense, our speech, our hearing, audio. Okay, that's number two. Number three, what we feel. Number four, what we smell. And number five, what we taste. So everybody do that with me. Our first sense that we use is sight. Our second sense that we use is auditory, what we say, what we hear. Now look, we just talked about caregivers run their mouths too much, right? So if you're in there yakking, using this second sense, see this little gun you just made? Just stick it to your head and pull the trigger. That's all you're going to go. That's as far as you're going to get with it. Close your mouth. We talk way too much. Okay. All right. So, sight. When we go to make a connection, first thing we want to do is use our sight connection. Let's think a minute about what happens to people with dementia, what happens to their senses. Here's visual data. Yeah, it's a day. The most powerful sensory input. People with dementia pay more attention to what they see than what they hear. Why is that? We know that sight is our number one sense, but why is that so much more important with people with dementia?
Because it takes more time for them to comprehend what you're saying.
Absolutely right. They may not be processing the data that's coming out of our mouths, but they can see us. Vision center brain changes. It's the vision center in the healthy brain, the vision center in the Alzheimer's brain. So the nerve cells are gone. The cells that interpret the visual data have declined. And this is how it goes. You lose your peripheral vision first. Now, peripheral vision loss is a normal part of aging. So, you young people, and if you need to stand up to do this, stand up to do this, because I want you to really get a feel of it. Put your hands out here to your side and wiggle your fingers. Look straight ahead. Do you see your fingers wiggling?
No.
Well, you can't. Stand up where you can do this. You need to experience this. Stand up so you can see. Come on. Come on, this is important. Your muscle, you're gonna remember this and you'll be able to relate it. So, look straight ahead, get your arms straight out to the side and wiggle your fingers. Can everybody see their fingers?
Yeah.
Okay, guess what? I can't.
I can't either.
You can, Tammy? Okay.
I can to a point, but it's kind of
Right.
like,
You can sort of? All right, I can see my right hand a bit. I can't see my left hand at all. When you reach my age,
I can see left.
you are, with normal aging, mid-60 here, already losing some, you don't need to sit down, we've got more, already losing peripheral vision. So I do need to move in a little bit just for normal aging, okay? Folks with going into mid-level dementia, we're already losing a 45 degree. So move your arms from your 90-degree angle in about 45 degrees. See your fingers? Okay, look, if you do this, watch me. This is your field of vision. See where your hands go? See how much peripheral vision is lost if you're looking straight ahead? This is all you've got. Okay? So that's what starts to happen with the dementia process. We lose our peripheral vision and we go from this to scuba vision. Make a scuba mask, girls. This is all the way, Katie, yeah, in like that. So, can you see your neighbor?
Barely.
You gotta start turning, don't you? You've got to start turning. Well, guess what? It gets worse. We go to binocular vision. So, how is this?
It's really hard with glasses.
Yeah, binocular vision. Now, this, when you're looking straight ahead, this is social vision. We're looking around the room, we're looking at people in the room. When you are looking down at the table, at the puzzle, at the coloring book, whatever you're doing task vision. So, Dr. Keepoff, come here. Get your binocular vision on. And you're working at a task at the table, so you need to be looking at task vision, looking down at the table through binoculars, and I'm going, hi, Jackie, what you doing? Jackie, what you doing? So what do you, are you saying? You have to look at me, and you tell me, coloring. Oh, it's good, it's nice, I see what you, and you go back to your task and go, hey Jackie, do you want to use the red crayon? And she's got to look at me, and then she's got to go back to her task. Oh, you didn't like red, well did you want to do a crossword puzzle instead? And she's got to look at me. How is this feeling, Jackie?
It's just to go back and forth. It's dizzy.
Dizzy, exhausting,
Overwhelming.
overwhelming. Yeah. So, right, we need to be aware of that when we are approaching our folks. Thank you. You're off the hook.
I think the
Yes.
big challenge was that, if I could just add, when you say that, and when I was here all the time, is the plate. Like seeing their plate and
Yes.
having to communicate with them. That was like, and that just made me think of it. When you're down like this, and sometimes they don't see their plate, and we're telling them over and over, it's right here, look at your plate, and you don't see where you're eating.
That is such a great point. How can we help with that? Have you all encountered something like that?
Miss Frankie, she has issues seeing on one side.
Okay, only seeing on one side?
I
So we
noticed
need
that
to,
Frankie also, the one time I was here and I showed Dawn, she had picked up all her food off the plate and put it like on her napkin, which was on this side of it, and just eating like that.
yeah, we certainly need to be aware of anyone who has a vision loss one side or the other and always present from the good side. Yeah, excellent. So how could we assist this person? Let's think about that in real life. And because we have many folks here who are at the binocular vision level. Who can we pick as an example?
Vernon, he had a stroke, I believe it was, so he can't really see on one side, so that
Yeah,
it's difficult for him. And if you go in from the wrong side, he's ready.
right.
Yeah.
Right, so always approach from the side. You know, P.S. guys, this is why it's so important to let the new care managers know these things. They're going to walk into something that's too much for them because they don't know these little things. You've got to know the resident, got to share the information. All right, so if we do have, let's say Marilyn still can feed herself, and she definitely has the binocular vision. So when we put a plate down in front of her, as Jackie's talking about, what do we need to do? How can we help her?
Start her.
We can certainly start her if she needs that, but as far as her vision goes, if she's looking at us, maybe I can describe this better if I act it out. Caitlin, come up here.
I'm right here.
Okay. I'm Marilyn,
Okay.
and I'm ready for my dinner, and you've got my plate, and you're bringing it to me.
Okay.
You kind of get her to focus on it before you just sit it down.
Right.
Oh, what a neat idea. Keep going. You're doing
I'm trying to, but I'm like not feeling good, so I don't want to get too close.
Okay, thank you. You keep going, you're doing great.
Here, Marilyn, let's try to eat I don't know, like in portions, maybe split it into portions
Okay.
so that she can eat small, like, I don't know.
I see your pretty face.
Yeah.
I see your pretty face.
Here's your food.
I see your pretty face. Somebody come help her. Come help her. She's doing good.
Come
Come on up, Katie.
Come help me, Katie.
She's doing great.
She
Somebody.
said I'm eating.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn.
I see your pretty face.
Look,
Oh.
got some food for you.
That's what I
Hey, my
did.
plate.
That's what I
You didn't do anything wrong. You just learned something.
Oh, yes.
Good. Excellent. That's exactly a beautiful plan. Let's make sure she sees what we're putting down in front of her. Thanks for bringing that up, Jackie. That's great. How often do we just come along and put the plate down? And they're still sitting looking out the window or watching us walk
And I
away.
think, or we yell at them for reaching for the person in front of you plate, and you're like, no, that's not your food, that's not your food. That's the only plate that they see. They don't see what's in front of them.
Right.
So that's where I feel like it's challenged a lot. And so we talk
A
and
lot
talk.
of them, they focus on one side and you set it right in front of them.
So like
They
she
got their
said,
head turned.
guiding
I see what she said about showing it to her before just putting it down.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
does make a lot more sense.
That's beautiful. Good job, guys. Thank you for that. Let's take this a step further and keep in mind this connection that we're trying to maintain, trying to create and maintain this connection. And we want it to be what kind of connection first? Visual, yeah. Okay, so, Susie. Susie has binocular vision. Okay. All the way, this way. There you go. She's like, ooh. Fred, you got stuff all over you. Oh, no, my gosh, and oatmeal and how'd that feel, Susie?
I feel like you were playing part.
You're right.
You're invading my space.
And I was, absolutely I was. She may have oatmeal running down the front of her, and the first thing we want to do is get that rag and start wiping, and all she knows is, she's being touched in places she really don't want to be touched. She did not give anyone permission to be touching that. So what can we do about that? Because that happens all the time. Tell them. Show them. Yeah. So how about I do it this way? Get your binoculars up. And here, come stand up with me so we can shut it over. They don't have to see my behind. Okay. Susie. Okay, Susie.
Yes.
You've got some oatmeal on. Oh, she already looked down. You've got some oatmeal on your shirt right here. Okay, here. Let's get that off. Let's get that off. Okay? She's touching herself. I'm not.
Right.
And I got her attention first on me.
Yeah, kind of guide her to it.
Yeah, thanks, Susie. Okay? So we made that visual connection before we moved in. And we're going to take it a step further. When we want to initiate a task with someone, the first thing we want to do is make sure they see a friendly smile, because remember, they're looking. So, hey Katie, hey Dawn, my hand is up here by my face. It's not down here. If I approach someone with my hand out like this, hi, Leanne. Okay, binocular vision. Hi, Leanne. Can you see my hand coming at you?
Not where it is right now.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So how's this if you put your binoculars? Hi, Leanne.
Yeah, that's much better.
Look, she reached out and shook my hand because she saw it coming. I had it up where she could see it coming. And that's going to lead us into a second phase of our connection with hand under hand, supportive technique. But I want you to experience what this is like, really. So get in partners. Go ahead and stand up. And get in I know you've got some life in you. It's still early in the morning.
Oh, that's the problem.
Get in partners, spread out around the room, however you like. One of you give yourself some space. Give yourself some space.
No, I don't have to.
Y'all get in partners. Do you know what partners means? Okay, let me see. Two.
Two.
Okay, we got it? Okay, good.
Or we're not. So we're partners. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, partners, hold hands and step away from each other. So I see. Well done. Okay, turn and face each other. One partner, put on your binocular vision. Let me back you up. Put on your scuba vision. Scuba mask vision. Okay. All right, so you are the folks with dementia. The other partner is the care manager. All right, so care manager, I want you to walk towards your client and greet them without surprising them. How are you going to do this? What's the first connection? What's the first connection you want to make? Visual. And where do we want to make that visual connection? Outside their personal space. Do not be in their personal space when you make that initial connection. Good. Good. About 6 feet out. Remember, 6 feet out in your personal space. Okay? Now, go ahead and extend. Okay, can we do this? Go ahead and extend that hand and see if they see it coming.
Oh, yeah. I want to show you.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Like the height-wise, you have to think about.
Absolutely, you have to think about that.
You have to kind of be at their level.
Yeah, because if they're in a wheelchair,
Done.
you gotta go down here like.
Sit right here. Sit right here.
Stay your distance.
How's this feel?
It's like you're.
Keep that in mind. Absolutely. Body position makes a difference. So, Dawn, something you can do, because you can't shrink yourself. We don't want you to shrink yourself. But if you step back a little bit. Now. Right. Now we've got, she can see your face with binocular vision, with scuba mask vision and with binocular vision. Okay? So now do your binocular vision and approach your client. Oh. There's a verbal. Both sides say hi. Good morning. Good, Susie. Good. Excellent. Okay, so sit down for just a minute. Let's process this. Let's process this. Hi, Denise. So the difference in the normal vision, the scuba vision, and the binocular vision is someone approaching you. How did that feel? Did you notice a difference?
Yes.
What did you notice?
It's harder for them to see with you right in front of them.
Okay, until they're right in front of you. How about the hand coming at you?
You can't see it from the side, so like she said, they're coming right at you, you can see it, but if somebody's coming from this side and you guys are not, you're not
You're
able
gonna
to see
spook
it.
them.
You gotta freak out.
Excellent. Yes, so it's best to approach from the front. Yes, indeed. Yes.
I have been guilty of, I actually have done it to your mom.
How dare you?
We know can use her arms, right? And I had come up to her like this, like swatted me, and it wasn't until later in taking some of these courses that how I approach, because when you go up and just doing this, it startles them, and you'll see them in the wheelchair. just kind of lose it. So
Excellent.
I've been caught that firsthand, gotten hit.
So, I don't really like to play a blame game. I really don't. But whose fault, if we can say that word, is it? When you get hit, was that you walk right into it. You scared someone. Yes. Yeah. So, approaching from the front. Now, when we approach from the front, and that's what we want to do because we want them to be able to see us with their limited vision. But, Sam, would you come up for a second? You mind?
Guinea pig here.
You are? Okay, so how's this working for you?
You're in my space.
Yeah? Okay, what are you going to do about it? Okay, Sam's a fighter. So, I'm not going to really step back, but I'm going to do this. How's this working for you?
It's okay.
Yeah.
We can work with that.
Okay, my face is still here where she can see me, but my body has done what?
It's shifted.
It's turned away. This is confrontational stance, plain and simple.
Like, you ready to go?
Yeah, this is confrontational. My body is speaking loud and clear, and hers is too. This is a social. This is a social stance.
And more of like a friendly, calm,
Exactly.
relaxing.
Excellent. What else?
They don't
It's
feel like they're trapped.
not trapped. That's absolutely beautiful because when people are trapped, they're going to either
Hit you.
or
Right.
so fight. We can term all of that under fight, or they are going to
Like, turn
flight,
the other way.
turn and run away. Good, very good. So watch if I approach Sam. Hey Sam, hi, it's good to see you this morning. I made the visual connection and then I offered the physical and she accepted. So now I can move into that personal space and I'm going to turn myself around to her side and watch what I'm going to do. Can you all see our hands? Turn towards the Okay, I'm going to start what we call the hand under hand supportive stance. We're going to put our palms together like a little butterfly. And then I'm going to hold her hand in mine, and I'm going to completely step around to the side. That's a hand under hand supportive stance. If I need for Sam to move with me, this is my first connection. I kept my agenda hidden, didn't I? I didn't say I'm coming to get you and I'm going to take you down to the bathroom. I just came and said hi, and then I supported her, and I'm standing here. So we can now start a little walk. I have my elbow here, kind of down her arm, so I've kind of got a little bit of control where I can turn her body. If I move my hand across hers, she's going to turn that direction. If I pull my hand back gently this way, she's going to come with me. She feels supported. So let's do a little,
She's the perfect one. She's for
Yeah,
guiding
she
and turning
loves
around.
the like hand on hand walk.
okay?
Yeah, I've done it with her.
What do you think, how do you think this one would respond if I said, hey, hi, come on, let's go?
You have to give her, like, she has to see your hand. You can't just like,
Right? I'm not a kid, you're not dragging me, I ain't going.
you have to like give her the chance to comprehend what you're doing instead of dragging her like a dog.
Beautiful, of course. Good, Katie, that's exactly right. And even further, if I didn't, so I'm going to stand beside her, but I still have her hand kind of an upside down thing, how does that feel?
Feels like you're pulling me.
Feels like she's being pulled. Let's go back to hand under hand. Let's go back to hand under hand.
I got control.
Good. We want her to think that. That's good for her to think that we're doing our job right if she thinks that. That's wonderful. If Sam is a little bit grabby with her other hand and maybe kind of going at my clothes or something she sees that she wants, I can also, hey, okay? Now we can really go someplace.
Okay.
And I'll show you something even cooler. We can do a step further, and you tell me who this is going to work on. Okay, Sam's having a hard time getting going. Sam has a hard time coming on with me. So I'm going to go da-da, da-da-da-da.
Oh, that
Right? We retained that rhythm, we retained that ability for music and rhythm, and get your feet stomping, they hear the marching, hum some song. Don't sing a song. Why wouldn't you sing a song when you're trying to get someone started moving with
Because
you?
they might not know that song and kind of get confused.
They might think you're trying to talk to them.
Might think they're trying to, and what's all that doing?
That's
Confusing.
confusing.
It is confusing, and they can't sit here and comprehend what you're saying.
You can't do more than one task at a
Perfect.
time.
Perfect, absolutely. Rhythm and hum, and off you'll go. Thank you, Samantha. So, this is really an important technique to learn, leading into this hand under hand supportive technique, and I'll show you how much we can do with it, or you all will show me how much you can do with it, but let's all get with your partners again, and let's practice that. Now remember, you want to start outside of personal space, which is about how far? 6 feet. About 6 feet out. Okay? And what are we going to show them first?
Our face.
With a, and it's got a Our hand is where? Okay, so let's see what you got. Go ahead and greet your client. Remember, let them make the connection. Reach your hand out for them to take. Good. Make the butterfly, step to the side, and your hand on your hand. Butterfly, step to the side. Let's see, Destiny, what you got. Perfect. Around to the side. Social. Very good. And you want to really support her. Good. Very good. Okay. So,
She made a good point.
Okay.
She started messing with my container.
so what would you do? So, show it to her. If she's looking for, okay, listen guys, if they're looking for something on you to touch, give them something to touch. Not a hand in the face.
Okay.
A hand.
Now let's
And then,
say,
and you got it.
now let's say they do this.
Pardon? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So put your hip up against her hip. There you go. Kind of hold her into you a little bit. She would be a good one for what? How is Destiny going to get this uncooperative? Let's don't call her that. This confused lady down the hall. March. Yeah. Excellent. Very good. That's very good. So, did the rest of you try to meet your clients?
Well, what if they do what she just did?
What did she just
Like,
do?
smacking me. She doesn't.
Okay, so she's looking for
Like
something.
Betty doesn't like to touch.
She's looking for something. Well,
But if
first
she
of
doesn't
all,
want to grab.
okay, first of all, not every touch is a grab, right? So, Betty needing to touch like that, does that hurt anything?
Yeah.
Is that an issue? That's her communication. Excellent. If it is on you, right, okay, so this is where you need to show her something else that she can touch. Go under your hand if you can.
She
Go-
could also need some kind
under
of sensory input.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. There you go. Yeah. Sensory input. Oh my goodness, what a great idea. Like what?
She could, it sounds like she is seeking like a tactile input, like some kind of texture. She has to like touch everything.
Snickers, that's how you get it.
That's right. Snickers on a stick. Right on that.
Or if you have like a bracelet, she can just like have it
Yeah.
and like rub her hand over it, like a
When-
bubble bracelet.
When I try to get her to go into the bathroom, like I try to give her like my keys, like the noise, and then I get her to sit down and it keeps her occupied.
Okay.
A
That's
lot of
excellent.
people with dementia, they need some kind of like sensory input. A lot of it is the tactile input
Yeah.
they need.
Absolutely. And what did we just learn about our hand? What about this part of our hand right here?
That's kind of the main.
Like a sensor?
It is a sensor. What kind of sensor?
A pressure sensor.
Yes, and what happens when humans feel pressure on that part of the hand?
Turn my hand back.
The fingers take over, kind of.
What did we learn about pressure on this part of the hand? Tifa just told us.
It's calming.
It is calming. Yes, this feels good to people. So when you hear Tifa on the video say pump, 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 she is doing a light squeeze on the palm of that hand. Not hurting someone, but some gentle pressure. That's tactile. That's a tactile sense that they're looking for, and we're doing it where we know there's calming pressure. Also know those proprioceptors are in all the joints of our bodies, and the shoulder is a joint. So if we are walking and our resident's getting just a little bit anxious, a little hesitant to come with me, maybe she's distracted by Tammy over there.
In her pretty shiny shirt.
I'm going to do a little pump, pump, pump. Oh, she looked at her hand because she felt something. Exactly. What happened? I got her attention where? Back to you. Great. Now, I can also do a little bit of gentle pressure on the shoulder. Gentle pressure on the shoulder. So she's going to feel calming senses from the palm of her hand and from her shoulder. And we're going to move on.
In the clinic, that I worked in a pediatric clinic and we had a lot of autism, and if the kids were upset, a lot of the deep pressure or like a weighted blanket helped them kind of calm down and feel like where their body is. And that helps a lot. It reminds me of this kind of.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so switch. The person who was the one with dementia and the caregiver, switch off. Switch places. Okay, so folks that are care managers, yeah, if you want to put up your scuba mask or your goggles, that's great feedback for your care managers. Get up some binoculars and let's get some. And how about here? So let's just see, if we're going in like this, has she had a chance to make connection? Okay, so what would you do in that case?
Smile.
And where's your hand going to be? Yeah, where she's looking. So go ahead. Let's see. Let's see. Emotional. Now we don't want it to be real distracting, but in this case, to bring her attention.
I get it.
And why are you touching her in the face? You're trying to get her attention now. Hey guys, here's a good example of something. Let's look at Pebbles here for a minute.
Here, girls. Pebbles 1, Pebbles 2.
Here. Okay, so go ahead. Here's our lady with dementia. Here's our care manager. Let's see your greeting.
See, but I like the height.
Just do what you did. Just do what you did. It's perfect. We're learning.
Now I'm gonna be all shut.
You're fine.
Hi, Dawn. It's Katie, and I like kind of walk forward, but like
Okay.
get her attention.
What's the first thing you did to make connection with
Tell
her?
her who I was.
Right. What are we supposed to? What is the best way to make that first connection?
Make sure they're aware who you are.
Right. We want visual first. So what did you do, Katie, to make a visual connection first rather than your verbal connection?
Kind of like walk to the side and be like.
Oh, you're getting physical. Now you're really going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Now you're really going to be in trouble. How about
Some of
this?
them.
How about this? Hi, Dawn. Let's hold my glasses.
I know, I keep putting
You see us? Come on, we're coming down the hall because she's going to be really a hard one to deal with. Okay, we're coming down the hall. We want to get her attention at our face. What are we going to do? Put your hand up high face.
Hi.
Hi, Dawn. Yeah, okay. So let's take a few steps. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Now, usually we don't want to make a big deal with our hand because we want it on her face. But she's feeling with this height difference, she needs to bring the attention to her face a little bit.
Higher.
So, yeah, we're kind of getting her, and then we get her in her face. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. And then we can go in for go ahead. Handshake. That's good. Good. Now what are you going to do?
Start talking, you like walk to the side.
No, you're not. No, you're not at all. Okay, you just made?
Like-
It's like, wait, 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 wait,
You
wait,
gotta
wait.
do that.
Yes, baby.
Pump kind
No,
of.
well, no. Okay, you're doing great. You're doing great. Let's just get you a step at a time, okay? You've done a great job. You've got her handshake. From here, we want to go to what stance?
Like a butterfly.
The butterfly. And let me show you how to do that. Take your hand off for a minute and watch. Like this, and then everybody's fingers up as you move around to her
And
side.
she's gonna put her
Okay.
elbow out.
Not when you move around to her
She's your
side.
elbow.
Not when you move around her side.
my shoulder's
No, you do exactly what you were doing. Okay, handshake. Make the butterfly. Good. And as you're turning, there. That's fine. That's great.
Use my hip.
Okay. Does that feel a little bit better?
Yeah.
You get that visual connection first before you ever try to make a physical connection?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Who else? Anybody else have a problem child they want some help with?
My daughter.
Okay. All right. Have a seat.
I'm sure that may be in the wheelchair.
We will. Yes, that's exactly where we're headed. Let's process this though. So, how was that when you were the client and someone came at you with that approach of visual first? Did you see the hand coming? Were you able to follow the hand?
Yeah.
Because they showed it to you and then, okay. How did that feel? Yeah.
It was a warming welcome.
Oh, wonderful. Good. Did it make you feel that you were a little more willing to cooperate, had a little more confidence? Did it? Okay.
Made me feel a little safe. Like
Okay.
I know what's going on, I can see it, and that there's not something going on over here that I don't know.
And
Dawn,
the fact that the way you grab their hand makes them feel comforted and that you're there with them, that you're not going to leave them.
Beautiful.
So,
How is that going to make a difference in the work you do?
because they'll be more willing to do their own things that you want, that you need them to do, or that they want to do with their daily lives, because they're comfortable with you, they know you, and they're safe.
Excellent. Do you feel that you maybe in the past, up to now, have caused yourself a little more difficulty in work by not using that? Can you see a difference between how it's been done and maybe how we can make some changes? What do you think is going to happen?
He'll be more calm,
Be more trusting.
More
feel
understanding.
safe.
More patient.
And so beautiful. What's the end result of all of that? What's going to happen when we start approaching our clients in this way?
They're gonna be more trust.
A connection.
They've got a connection.
They're not
gonna,
gonna fight back.
they're not going to fight back, which means what for us?
It'll be easier.
Safety.
Safety. And what?
They're going to feel more easier.
They're going to feel more at ease.
We're not gonna give up and just walk away and not take
Wow.
time to do that.
You're making my heart sing. I would call this a win-win situation, huh?
Yeah.
How many of you think you actually will use this technique?
I use it a lot on your mom.
Yeah.
Good.
I love when she.
I do
bet
notice
you
that
do.
actually your mom, when she's in the wheel,
Hang on a second, just a second, one at a time. I want to hear what you have to say.
I notice a lot of time with your mom being in the wheelchair and everything, if you stand up and push her in the wheelchair, she won't go. It's like you have to crouch down, get to her level, and hold your arms on top of hers and like rub her arms, and she'll go right with you.
Interesting.
So a comforting thing.
Okay.
Touch her, yeah, it just, you can see her body
she
just
likes that.
relax once you,
Yeah.
you know, take her hand or
Let
touch
her
her
know that you're
shoulder. Yeah.
So that's a beautiful segue into our next approach. And these are positive physical approaches. This is how, you hear me say it all the time, I know. Positive approach to care, positive physical approach. This is what we're talking about. This is how you come in and make a connection in a positive way from the very beginning. Remember, keeping that agenda